Devi, are we ready? Yeah? Can we begin? What do you think? Kiss me? Want to kiss me? Okay. Great. So, hi everyone, and welcome to day 21 of our 21-day chakra cleansing remotely. Today we are going to see the remedies for our crown chakra, and this is the last day. So I hope you enjoyed all of the journey until now, and I am really grateful for all the amazing beings that actually have followed it through and helped me and gave me motivation to keep going, and made me happy every single day passing by. So for every time I saw all of you guys coming to the live or recorded video or any comments you made, that helped me a lot to feel happier and happier and happier with every single day. So thank you very much for that. It's an amazing feeling and amazing rewarding, and I hope I'm giving you something good. So let's begin with the last day on the crown chakra. Are you okay, David? Yeah? Did you do it too much? Good, well done. So before we start, this is a spiritual belief and it does not replace the opinion of a trained doctor. So basics we saw on the crown chakra. The first element is light. Oh, I see. Sorry if I interrupt, but so the element of the crown chakra is the light, pure light, white light. The energy type is a spiritual energy. There's no actually sound properly associated with it, although sound is very powerful onto the crown chakra, but is also very empowered by silence. The musical note is B. Now the symbolic animal we saw, the enlightened serpent. Metal is the philosopher's stone. The color is violet. The complementary color is white or colorless, transparency, gold, and the endocrine gland is the epiphysis. Now, opening your crown chakra will allow you to see the bigger picture. It is incredibly crucial if we are in a position where we are in a state of fear. And when we are in a state of fear or uncertainty, we can see the bigger picture. We can see the meaning behind it and behind it all. And so we are in a state of blindness. Fear is one of the worst enemy, not only for the crown chakra, but I think in general for life. And that's why media are always transmitting fears to everybody. It's the easiest form of control. If you are in fear, you won't be able to see and you won't be able to be connected to your higher self. So you will be just living your life blind without knowing that there is so much more. I see Samia, thank you very much for connecting, and thank you very much for your good evening as well. I'm really happy to see you here, and makes me really happy actually to see you here. And Louise as well, thank you very much for connecting. Thank you. I'm really great to see you live. There's many people tonight and really pushing me a lot, makes me super happy. So I hope it's gonna just continue even in the future, because more of you will make me just happier and happier and happier. And if I am more happy, I'll be even more able to help and bring happiness to you maybe as well back. Okay, so keep going. Now, opening our crown chakra give us the opportunity to receive insights from higher dimension and reality. It also fills us with the sense of peace. It fills us with wisdom, and it will make us feel at one with our life and where we are. So it will help us to understand others. It will cause us to feel energized and inspired. It will dispel our confusion. It will allow us to reach our highest potential and will help us to trust ourselves and the universe in large. So the bigger picture as well. If we don't see it, obviously, we cannot trust it. So first thing that we can do, as we saw probably on the last 3 chakras, so the higher chakra, the spiritual side, but it does work with every chakra anyway, but especially with the spiritual one, even more. Visualize your crown chakra opening, and that will open. So, you know, as we saw on other days, the dimensions that are outside the physical dimension that we see and we live in there are many of them, and they do not actually have time and space aspect as we have in this reality. Time is all together, space is all in the same spot. So everything is one, is oneness. And what does that mean? That if you think, and you know, our layers go over these dimensions. Some of our layers are in other dimensions where time and space do not exist. So if we do manage to visualize our chakra open, while we are doing it in the physical realm, onto our other layers, it will go on other dimensions. So if you just visualize it open, you are sending this message also in other dimension where time and space do not exist. So in there, thoughts is equal thing. So you think something and that's gonna be there. There is no buffer or time, it is instantaneous. And that's when we are at our divine form, at our divine state. And that's also, if any of you are familiar with out-of-body experiences or lucid dreams, if any of you have ever had this kind of experience, that's what I'm talking about. In lucid dream, you think something and that becomes there, is there in front of you. There's no time buffer. And also on out-of-body experiences, that's also possible to achieve and do. If you want to fly, you can fly. If you want to be on the other side of the world in an instant, you will be there. That's because there is no space and time. So our thoughts are going in multi-dimension, so they can affect very quickly, and it's an amazing way to do so, just visualization. So I see Anis, thank you very much for connecting. I'm really, really pleased that you joined for the last day as well. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now, another very, very powerful tool for the crown chakra is meditation. You know, meditation always opens your crown chakra, and any kind of stilling of the mind is going to assist you in being receptive to universal information, which will come through the crown chakra. Now, this meditation can be a moving meditation, mindfulness guided meditation, mindful meditation specifically for the crown chakra, which you can easily find just Googling it or on YouTube. But as it says, stillness of the mind. That's the proper translation for meditation. And there is so much misinterpretation of meditation, of what meditation really is. Meditation is nothing else if not stillness of the body and mind. So privating our physical being, all the physical sensations, so that we can just stay connected to our higher self or divine. So stillness of the mind, quiet. That's where we need to be, very quiet in meditation. Now, seek out things that cause you to feel inspired. Inspiration is always your indication that your crown chakra is opening. So if you are inspired, your crown chakra is or open or opening. So that means listen to music you find inspiring. What are the movies or the programs that you find inspiring? Talk to people that you find inspiring. Write affirmation that you actually believe, not only the one that you find online. You know, you can find tons of affirmation for whatever purpose, chakras, energy, whatever, feeling good, feeling better, attract money. But if you don't believe in them, there's no point in that affirmation. It's like the symbols, like we were talking the other day about the symbols. If you don't give any meaning to a symbol, it's just a drawing. Same, it's happening here when you have on the affirmation. If you do write your own affirmation that you really believe, they will be 100 times, 1,000 times stronger than any other affirmation. Anything that inspires you will open your crown chakra greatly. So whatever it is, just jump on it. You feel inspiration, go for it. I see Anis saying, as you know, our only month of Ramadan, so busy. Oh, you are in Ramadan, so you must be really busy. Yes, I understand. I feel you. Dedicating to your practice is amazing. I hope you are getting benefits from there. Okay, so As I previously mentioned at the beginning, another very, very good thing for the crown chakra is to spend time in silence. It doesn't mean meditate, because meditation is a bit different. It's just question of being in silence. Try to eliminate all the disturbances around your life. Because, you know, even if the crown chakra is influenced heavily by sounds, of all the chakras, it is the most influenced by silence as well. And silence means, you know, just spend some time maybe sitting into your living room with your TV off, the phone off, in silence, no vibration, no possible, no any disturbation, nothing. And if you're not used to do that, if you never do it, if you always have noise around you, you might start discovering how detached you are from the here and now because of those noise. Is now, since we started working on the third eye, I almost eliminated completely the television, and I spend my time just sitting maybe on my sofa for like an hour or so, just relaxing. Well, I do also have company with me, and as you can see today she's very quiet. So today I was in my living room. I did not turn on my TV, my phone was away, all the electronics were away from me, and the only thing I could hear, it was the, the noise outside of birds singing, the wind, and I could actually hear people talking, which normally I don't, because I might have noise on the background like TV or music or anything else, or my thoughts as well. So silence is a great way to connect with your surrounding. Now also mess up with your thoughts. So this means to question your beliefs, figure out how the opposite of what you think is true might be true. You want to develop a mind as open as possible. Seek out radical new perspective. And you want to develop a kind of willingness to consider that anything might be true. This kind of thoughts partner will open the crown chakra immensely. And so do never ever stop and say, oh no, that's not possible, because first of all, nothing is impossible in life, and second of all, we are not always right. Actually, most of the time we are always wrong, and that's the life process, you know, that's how life evolves, because we are here to make mistakes and learn. So before we actually know something, before we actually believe in something, we need to create it. So keep your mind open, because whatever it is possible in our minds, it is actually possible in this reality. And even if you think that imagination, in the world of imagination, we can create things that in this reality are not achievable, that's only because as human race, we set that for ourselves. All of us think that something is impossible, so that will be impossible. For example, the best example is flying. None of us, none of the human on this world, or at least the highest percentage, if you ask them, can you fly without any device? Anyone will just say, no, that's impossible. We are not made to fly. Okay, and then the universe will say, that's your wish, that's what you get. So the common consciousness and common thoughts might actually change what is possible and what is not. But that's a very deep argument, which we might go through during another life, the common consciousness, the common awareness, but not a topic for tonight. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep you here for hours. So if you have any question on the argument, please do write them down in comments, or to me personally, or if you want to discuss a specific arguments, anyone onto spiritual side possibly, just mention it to me, and I might actually do a live where we can discuss your topic, your selected topic. I'm happy to chat always about these kind of topics. Wow, well, next step is to spend time outdoors. We saw that already, especially with the third eye, but that's something that, to be honest, being outside, especially under the sunlight, is regenerating for all of the chakras, because light is energy, and not only. The pure light contains the 7 colors of the rainbow, so it's actually charging all of our chakras. But third eye and crown especially, So for the crown, especially if you go high up into the mountains top, that's because the crown chakra is particularly influenced by the atmosphere, and the atmosphere influences our thoughts as well. So fresh air and sunlight in large panoramic views are seen from above in natural surrounding because people's thoughts come into a frequency that allow the crown chakra to be open. I see a question from Hitam, and you're asking, is it better to stay awake while receiving Reiki? Well, okay, that's a very good question. So before we move to the next point, now Reiki will work no matter what you are doing. So if I am sending Reiki to you and you accept it, because obviously you need to accept it, otherwise Reiki will not come to you. But if you do accept it and I'm sending Reiki to you, you can be dancing, jumping, you can be sleeping, you can be relaxed, you can be any way you like. Now, I'm just going to say before I finish this phrase that this is my personal opinion, because if you check many other practitioners, they will have their own opinions, and some of them, or probably most of them, will say, no, during a Reiki session, you need to be fully relaxed. But I don't see that necessary for the benefits, at least. Of course, if I am sending you Reiki and you are dancing or doing something and you're busy, your mind is busy, your focus will be towards what you are doing, so you might not even feel any sensation around your body. You might not feel subtle energy movements around your body, which always help as well to understand what your weaknesses are. And also, if you are fully relaxed and aware and present in the moment, you might also have visions, you might have dreams, you might have insights, you might receive messages. If you are washing the dishes or talking to someone or not relaxing, watching TV while receiving Reiki, all this personal part of the experience will be kind of lost because you will have too much disturbances around you. So you will lose sensitivity to the energy. But the energy will still flow on you as powerful as if you are relaxing, and the benefits will be exactly the same, but the difference is that you might not be able to feel it, and so, but like on the moment while receiving Reiki, but you will definitely see the benefits after. Now, said so, on the sleeping side, sleeping is the state where we are the most relaxed. So, and for Reiki, relaxation is quite important. You might have good dreams while receiving Reiki, and that's a way that you are feeling those energy. The benefits will always be the same. So you can do it awake or asleep, and you will get the same health benefits. The difference will be your own personal feeling. So you might not be able to feel sensation. And I hope I answered your question. Apologies if I went too long. Moving on. So, practice appreciative notice. So this means you want to pay special attention and place your focus on things that cause you to feel gratitude. Things you like looking at. Gratitude is one of the highest vibration we have here, and one of the easiest to actually create within our body, within ourselves. You just need to think something, a small thing you really like, you really are appreciating in your life. Small, very, very small example. I have Devi, and if I want to feel grateful, I just look at her and I'm like, I'm so grateful to have such a small friend. And, that makes me smile already, and makes me calm and relax already, and makes me feel this vibration inside me. That's gratitude. And that's the vibration you need to have a lot in your life. So doing this causes your frequency to entangle to your perspective. It opens a channel through your body, starting with the crown chakra, so the source energy can run straight through your body. And one way of doing this is to sit down and write a list of things that you feel appreciation for in your current environment, right here and right now. So the gratitude practice is something amazing, and it can be incorporated into your life whenever you want. One of the best way to do it is in the morning and in the evening when you are waking up, when you just woke up and when you go to sleep. Try and wake up and think about 5 things you have been grateful for in the last 24 hours, and do that every single day. In the beginning might be a little difficult, but you can just be grateful for small thing like a sunny day or whatever, or a coffee that you loved on that day. It can be a very small thing, doesn't need to be big. But if you do that constantly every single day, in the morning when you wake up and in the night when you go to sleep, you think about things you are grateful for on that day. Trust me, within few weeks, if you do it constantly and you feel it and you start to feel the gratitude in the morning and in the evening, your life will take a turn and things will change completely. If you are having a lot of negative events around you and you start to feel gratitude every single day, those negatives will probably start changing in positivities. So gratitude, appreciation, and is just one of the greatest power we have as human beings. Sounds. So we mentioned that in the beginning that the crown chakra is very highly stimulated by sounds. Now chanting is one such sound that tends to influence the crown chakra a great deal. So chanting can be the hum or the slam or many other chanting, but probably one of the best, the greatest to go with the crown chakra is NG, the 2 letters together. So and you need to play with the tone until you feel like the vibration is right here on top of your head. And when you find that, stay on that tonality. That's the right vibration for your crown chakra. Binaural beats, as I always mention on every single chakra, you can find them online everywhere. Try to find good quality sounds, possibly, because it is imperative that the vibrations are high quality to have best benefits. Binaural beats are just songs, melodies, and vibration played with 2 different tonalities in our 2 ears. So one goes higher and one lower, and they will be like, on one ear will be like ooh, and the other one ooh, and the 2 together will be like ooh, and the brain will try to balance them up, and by doing so, it creates healing vibration, healing power, energy. Also sound therapy, like Tibetan bowls or the gongs, any vibration or any instrument used for healing, it's amazing for the crown chakra. You can find many great therapists doing sound healing, and you just find someone, ask them to make like a specific session for you on the crown chakra, and then let me know what you felt after all those vibrations. Especially if you have never done a gong bath, I do highly recommend to try one. Amazing, one of my favorite thing ever. Now, traditional chanting is done with specific mudras or hand positioning, which cause your meridians or our energy channel to come into alignment with whatever specific chakra you were trying to work on. And we saw a few of them. Unfortunately, I didn't give you all of them. Definitely, I will englobate it better in the next round. But for the crown chakra, as I mentioned, like on the root chakra, the classic hand positioning of someone meditating, which is like this, with the fingers in a circle and then pointing upwards, and that's a mudra for the root chakra. By doing this, we are linking our meridians to go straight to our root chakra. For our crown chakra, you just place your hands in prayer position, keep your pinky finger touching each other, and then interlock all the others. And the pinky fingers are staying up, pointing towards the sky, and you can actually place it wherever you feel the most energy around your body. But just extend your pinky finger to go upward towards the universe and away from you. This is the crown chakra mudra. You can either use the pinky finger, or you can use also the ring finger if you rather have the ring finger up and the rest down. That works anyway. Now, head massages and handstands. So headstands, for anyone doing yoga, is simply standing on your head, upside down, any position that is on your head, upside down, it's fabulous for the crown chakra. It's just an amazing way, and obviously head massages, over being very pleasant, will help a lot our crown chakra. So, but it is not the actual physical manipulation of your body that is helping the crown chakra. It is in fact the massaging or standing on your head. You practically bring your conscious attentions to that area, and by bringing the focus of that area, you are helping the blood flow and the sensation of it. So you actually feel the blood flowing towards that point because you're focusing on it. And so practically you are releasing mental tension. And this is prohibiting energy to enter the crown chakra so that the energy can flow in. So massaging headstands, great, because it brings your focus. You can even just, place a finger over your crown chakra, and the touch of it will definitely bring your focus over there, and the energy will start flowing there. Also on any chakra, you can do this just by pressing up your fingers on any part of your body, and the sensation of the finger touching it will bring your focus over there, and the energy will start flowing there. Small secret. Bring the focus on any part of your body, you are bringing energy over there as well. Now, also color, violet, but also clear, white, light. All of those colors are just amazing for the crown chakra. Just by looking at this picture that I placed there, I feel pressure over here. Not sure if you do the same, but I do. And so colors are extremely powerful, as we saw with all the chakras, of course. Now, crystals, my favorite tool. There's quite a lot for the crown. Here are just a few examples of what you can use for your crown chakra, but pretty much any clear, crystal clear, are very good for the chakra, but not only. As you can see, we got something like Angelite, which is a throat chakra stone as well. Moonstone, beautiful. Labradorite or Tanzanite, a quite rare blue stone, which is good for the throat, but also for the crown chakra. Spirit quartz, beautiful, beautiful quartz. I don't have any to show you, but it's a very beautiful color quartz. The moonstone is a very amazing color as well. One of my favorites is the opalite, which is almost like a glass-made crystal, and yes, like rainbow shades, and you can almost see through it. I just like it. It's one of my favorites. So, but also the most classic amethyst. That's a very powerful tool for the crown chakra. And third eye is like the meditation stone. Aquaora, quartz, another beautiful, beautiful stone. I mean, I think the crown chakra stones, because they mostly have shades of clear around them. They are amongst the most beautiful ones. Anyway, I got a few for sale in my Etsy shop. The link is in the bio if anyone wants to order any stone. If you are not in UK and you want it internationally, let me know and I can check on pricing for the shipping, but it might be quite expensive for just a small stone. If you're in UK, find some stones in my Etsy store, and there's many for all of the chakras. Anyway, essential oil, another amazing tool, or plants as well, or aromas. I mean, I always say essential oil, but this is more about the plants used to prepare the oil. And as you can see, the list is long, and that's just a few of them. There's like tons and tons and tons of aromas that are amazing for your crown chakra, from cedar woods, frankincense, and jasmine, myrrh, neroli, rose, rosewood, sandalwood, and almost all of them, if not, yeah, probably not all of them, but we saw them already in all the other chakras, and that's because they all work very well onto the crown as well, similar to the crystals. If you do have any question on essential oil, please, of course, and as well, they are not on Etsy, but on my personal website, I do have some essential oil, and they are all divided by chakras, so you can easily just target the chakra you want by going on my website, and you will find my stock of essential oil for you. Now, the Another solution, which, well, I placed it here just to let you know that there is, but obviously I'm not personally recommend it, because we can open our crown chakra without the help of any external substances or external help, let's say. So the spiritual medicines that contains DMT open your crown chakra. Now, if you're new to DMT, it's a chemical element. It's a not element, but it's a chemical molecular, which it does give a strong effect, psychedelic effect on us. But it's very natural as molecular. It's not produced by humans, actually. It's something is called God molecular. You can Google it, you will find DMT, a lot of information about it. And it's practically said that it is produced from a gland that we have in the brain, which is the pineal gland, which is the one connected to our third eye and crown as well. It is governed by them. And practically this substance is produced idly, naturally into our body at 2 times in our life. One is when we come here and we are born, and when we come to life. And the second time we produce a lot of this DMT is when we die. So a lot of people say that the DMT is the substance that opens the gates between the spiritual and the physical realm. Is the one that when we come to life opens up the door to allow our soul to descend here. And when we die, we produce a lot because we open again the gates to go back where we were before. So that's what the DMT is, and it is considered like a drugs as well. But that's what you find in things like ayahuasca or peyote or all this kind of gurus and spiritual shamanic medicine. Now, obviously, there are, as you can see, I'm giving you so many remedies to open your crown chakra. This is only one of them. But obviously, I'm not saying that you have to do it, but if you might feel called to use the spiritual medicine, if that's the case, trust your intuition and what you feel is right for you. So if you do feel like doing it, then there's nothing wrong on doing it. Completely up to you, personal call. One of the greatest things as well for the crown chakra is to make acts of love. So love towards yourself or anyone else opens up the crown chakra. And the best way to do this for yourself is to write a list of all the ways that you are lovable and dedicate time each day to self-love in whatever way we feel called to do it most. So do also acts of kindness towards others. These connect us with each other, just like food for our chakra that is all about oneness. Obviously, a chakra that is all about oneness will benefit greatly from just being in connection with others. Now, one of the last bits is fasting, and we saw that already in previous chakras, but fasting affects the crown chakra immensely, probably most of the other, more than any other chakras, and it helps it to open a lot. But you have to do fasting in a healthy way. So this means you have to prepare your body for fast, you have to monitor your body during the fast, and you have to win after the fast gradually instead of in an extreme way. So I'm not a totally expert on how to do so, but get information before to do a proper fasting. You need to know how to deal with that. It's not a simple thing like just I'm gonna stop eating, because that's not how it works. You know, our body is very complex, so we need to know exactly how to move and act. What I know is if you're having a long fast, like a 24-hour fast or 48-hour fast, when you get back to eating, you should be eating something very delicate and easy to digest. And the reason of it, and the reason also why fasting is super good for the body, is because when we empty our stomach completely, digestion usually takes around 24 hours, 48 hours, depending on what we eat. So if we do fast for at least 24, 48 hours will be the best, but 24 hours to begin with. At around 24 hours is the moment where our stomach will start to be empty, doesn't have any food to process anymore. So what he will do, because our body needs food, he will start eating himself. Our body will start eating himself. But that's not negative. You may feel like, oh my god, I don't want my body to eat myself, that's wrong. But actually there are some benefits out of it, because we do have a very intelligent system, and when the body starts eating himself, obviously he's not going to eat randomly. It's always going to begin with any useless cells, any damaged cells, any damaged tissue, any damaged muscles, any sickness that we have around, any cancerogenous cells. So the body will start eating all this negative part of us. So we'll just have a big reset. And another thing that it will do, it will digest and kill all the bacteria we have in our stomach, which we use for digestion. So when you come back from a long fasting, you don't have any more of those bacteria, and your digestion will be super weak. So you need to introduce food slowly, so that when the food goes to your stomach, you start regenerating this bacterial, which always help with digestion. And then you can start eating normal on a step-by-step. So you can try maybe a 6-hour or 12 hours fasting to begin with, and that will help your crown chakra already. Just stay healthy. And we have to remember that we are not just a body made of flesh and bones. We are also made up of energy. And the healthier the flow of that particular energy, the healthier our life experience will be, and the better it will feel to us. So that was my last slide of the 21-day cleansing. On one side I'm sad because I was really enjoying it with all of you guys. You are amazing. And on the other side I'm very happy because I managed to bring a 21-day cleansing to all of you and complete it now with today. I'm looking forward to many more things to come, many more contents, and hopefully a lot of participation from all of you, which always give me a lot of motivation. So it has been an immense pleasure and honor to be able to communicate to so many beautiful souls over the last 21 days. And I'm also infinitely grateful to have been able to send so much healing energy to all of you on the last 21 days. Light and love from me and Devi. I mean, I'm still here, obviously, not living, but I just wanted to thank you all for all the participation and all the kind words I received. Made me super happy and gave me a big boost on my whole being, on my whole layers. All of you just empowered all of my layers and chakras. So thank you guys. I am very grateful for that and appreciate whatever you said, or just only your presence. Even if you have come to the 21 days sometime and you never ever showed yourself up, I really appreciate that. I know you're there and I loved it. So thank you very much, Aitam. I really appreciate your comments. Also, Louise, thank you very much, and I'll be really happy if you can be there from the beginning. Also, because at the moment I'm just throwing it out for the next month, the next 21-day cleansing. But if you do have a particular time that you would like that to happen, do write me down. And if many of you just let me know your favorite time, I can try to arrange the live to be more accessible to everyone. At the moment I based it on the fact of being at 7 p.m. in UK time. Most of the people will probably be out of work and they can see the live, but I can move it to any time my followers prefer. So don't hesitate to just leave a comment on timing or anything. Thank you very much, Adelina, as well, for your comments. Really appreciate it. Now is the time for our last session, Reiki session. So you can now either close the live and do the Reiki session later at your comfortable time, or find your comfortable place and position where you can stay relaxed for the next 30 minutes, possibly undisturbed. So for all of you watching the live video, of course, Reiki will descend on you as soon as I'll start. For anyone watching the recorded video, I am programming or asking Reiki to descend on any of the viewers watching the video for the first time from the moment the music in the background will begin at the Reiki session. So you can pause the video now if you wish, and until you don't get to that point of the video, Reiki will not descend on you, so you can keep it there. It's like stored for you, it's like a battery. And then you can play the video whenever. So if you are now already in position, ready to relax, you can start having a deep inhale, filling up your entire body of oxygen and energy. And follow it up with a big, long exhales, so that you can empty your lungs and belly fully. Now I have 3 of those deep, long inhale and exhales with your own right. Make them deep and long, fill them up, feel the energy flowing in from all of your chakra while you are inhaling. And then slowly exhale out all the unwanted energy. Follow up with the second breath. Make it full aware. Be full aware of your breath, and have at your own time the third and last breath, and you should already feel way more relaxed. If you haven't done so yet, you can close your eyes and keep having deep inhales and exhales. For every inhale you do, try to visualize a pure white light flowing into your crown chakra, moving gently through all of your chakras, snaking around from your crown to your third eye, and the light from white becomes purple, flowing down to your throat chakra, and the light becomes blue, now flowing down onto your heart chakra, and the light becomes green, gently, slowly moving down onto your solar plexus, and the light becomes yellow, lower down, touching your sacral chakra into an orange light, and now the light reaches your root chakra and it becomes red, circling around your root chakra to then start and make its way up again through the orange of the sacral, the yellow of the solar plexus, the green of the heart, the blue of the throat, the violet of the third eye, and the white, pure light back onto your crown, and you feel completely relaxed. You are feeling the energy flowing through all your chakras, and it's an amazing, relaxing sensation. Stay within that for the next 30 minutes. Reiki will shortly begin, and I hope it will bring you many great benefits. Enjoy. my Reiki flows strong and help you on all the aspects of your life. Thank you all for being here and allowing me to send you Reiki. Everything I seek is within me. I am divinely guided. I accept and receive divine energy to flow. I understand my life purpose. My experiences are blissful. I am oneness. I am healed on all levels of my being. I am fully aware and awake. I am connected to all that is. I remove all limited thoughts and beliefs. I feel the strong spiritual connection to my higher self. I have unlimited possibilities available to me. I can achieve anything. I tap into my inner wisdom. I love and accept myself. I am a divine being. I am connected to the universe. All is well. Everything I seek is within me. I am divinely guided. I accept and receive divine energy to flow. understand my life purpose. My experiences are blissful. I am oneness. I am healed on all levels of my being. I am fully aware and awake. I honor the divine within me. I am open to letting go of attachments. I am connected to all that is. I remove all limited thoughts and beliefs. I feel the strong spiritual connection to my higher self. I have unlimited possibilities available to me. I can achieve anything. I tap into my inner wisdom. accept and receive divine energy to flow. Experiences are blissful. I am oneness. I am healed on all levels of my being. I am fully aware and awake. I honor the divine within me. am a divine being. I am connected to the universe. All is well. Everything I seek is within me. I am divinely guided. I accept and receive divine energy to flow. I understand my life purpose. My experiences are blissful. I am connected to all that is. And you can now slowly and gently make your way back to your physical being. You can start with small movements like fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, you can move to larger movements like legs and arms. And gently start stretching yourself everywhere, getting in contact fully to your physical body with no rush, fully following your time. Whenever you feel ready, you can fully come back. Open your eyes. Namaste, welcome back. I hope you have enjoyed this Reiki session. I hope you will have great benefits in your life with all the chakras. Thank you again, everyone who have followed me through this 21-day cleansing. Thank you very much, Aitam, Louise, Adelina, Samia, and Elliot, and Susan, and Nicola, if you are connecting as well. Thank you all. Sorry if I forgot Anis as well. Thank you, Anis, very, very much. And well, I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, apologies for that. Sending you a lot of light and love towards all of you. Thank you for taking part of the 21-day cleansing. If you did appreciate, you can show your appreciation by writing a review to my Google page, or maybe sending a donation. You can find the link into my comments, into the description of the video, or you can even ask me for more lives, and that will make me happy as well. Anyhow, I am very grateful for all of you and all of your presence here, which it's a sign for me that I'm doing something good. This is all for our 21-day cleansing. Thank you all. Namaste.